Hey folks, Nick Culbertson here, and happy October! It is October once again. And I'm doing one of these art challenge things, you know, where you, Inktober was a really popular one, where you do a sketch with your ink once every day for 31 days, and there's like an art prompt. But I'm doing a different one. I'm doing one for Pixelart, and it's called Octobit. So yeah, and someone was asking me about the process, what I do with pixel art. So I figured I would make a video, because when someone asks me to talk, ooh, you can't get me to shut up. Okay, so I'm gonna hit play at the same time so it'll be synced up, and we'll do this in real time. In 3, 2, all right, so here we are in Photoshop. I like using Photoshop for pixel art stuff, but you can also use a lot of programs out there. Sprite is another one that's great, but since I do everything else in Photoshop, it makes sense for me just to use this. So first thing that I'm doing, the theme for today was Scarecrow, and so I'm making a Scarecrow who has like a chain whip with a crow's head as the skull at the end of it. And so the first thing I started out with is just doing a basic outline, putting where all the different things are. So this is sort of a version of a sketch, even though I'll be using these lines to complete the work. So basically I have a canvas that's set to 120 by 120 pixels, and I'm using a little pencil tool with just one pixel, and I have a palette, as you can see up in the corner, and just go around and use it like a big chunky pixel paintbrush all throughout the painting. At first with this character, I didn't know what I was gonna do for his clothes, so it started looking more like a Friday the 13th Freddy Krueger kind of look. But then as I developed it, I started giving it more of the classic Scarecrow look. Yeah, and so stylistically, something I really enjoy are those double pixel thick outlines. So after I have my basic outline and I've done some coloring, now I'm going in and just adding, refining the line and thickening it to give it that sort of a strong outline. And you can see, I guess what you would call it is I'm sculpting. I'm still sculpting the picture at this point, pushing different things around, seeing what'll work. Yeah. Oh gosh, we've still got a long way to go. So let's just talk for a little bit. How y'all doing? So with this October challenge thing, at first I thought I was going to do Inktober.
I'm doing Inktober.
I'm not big on the cancel culture thing, you know, because I think you have to say that as a disclaimer. But the dude who puts on Inktober was, he may have accidentally, purposefully, or might have plagiarized someone else's book. And so this year in particular, a lot of people have distanced themselves from Inktober.
I'm not doing Inktober.
So I decided not to call it Inktober, but really it's not Inktober anyways, because I'm doing pixel art. So Octobit has been great for it. And at first I was like, yep, I'm gonna do it. It's that time of year, I'm gonna do 31 pieces of art. And then iOS 14 dropped, and that meant that I had to update all of my apps once again, so it looked like I wasn't gonna do it. But then I got all my apps updated, so then it looks like I was gonna do it again.
I'm doing Octobit. Kind of.
But at this point, I'm not committing to anything. So if I have time to do them, I'm gonna do them. I will say, this first one that I worked on, this is the second day. The first day was a bunny. I'll show it here. It was a woolly hare, which is an actual animal, but I like that the name is a pun, because puns. And it's a lot of fun just working on these, and I was watching Walking Dead yesterday. It's not my favorite thing to be screen recording while I'm working, because I get a little self-conscious about it. Like, oh man, I don't want to do anything stupid, even though I put it in like super fast mode, so you would barely even see the stupid stuff. But rest assured, there are stupid things in there. So now I'm going through, I'm adding little shading, all these little bits that you add, you just keep on massaging the piece and it starts to come together. Let's see, what did I end up changing from this point? Not too much, yeah, it's just all refining. I'm glad it ended up turning out as well as it did, because whenever I was initially laying out the sketch part, I was like, I don't know how well this is going to work out. But then once I turned the face, then the perspective started to work a little better. So part of the theme of what I want to do this year with these Inktober things is to make them chunky, super chunky. I want to give them big hair. I didn't give this one big hair, so I'm going to go add big hair after this. And I also want to use more forced perspective. So it seems like that crow's head is just right there coming out at you. I think that gives a little more depth to two-dimensional images like this. And here's the last thing. I'm working on these little hands. They're little straw things. They look like French fries. It's about lunchtime. But I'm not getting French fries, but I'm drooling a little bit. Pardon me. Yeah, it's getting close. Oh, I'm adding these little shadows on the inside. Once it comes time to export this, I just export it at 500 times what the normal size is. So that makes it 600 pixels. I use nearest neighbor so that it doesn't get blurry. And then I post it online or use it in a game or whatever. So yeah, I might be making these for a secret project, but that's still a secret we'll talk about later. So anyways, thanks so much for watching the video. I hope this was informative, but if not informative, I hope it was entertaining. So I'll see you next time. Okay, bye.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, and like. Subscribe and like. But like, then subscribe. Or subscribe, then